Hello and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, Hurricane Harvey is now a tropical storm, but as the slow-moving weather system dumps rain on the Gulf Coast, the concern now turns to flooding and rebuilding as the damage from Harvey continues to grow. ABC's Lana Zach is in Houston, which could now be in the storm's path.
When Hurricane Harvey roared into shore, it brought with it winds of 130 miles per hour and storm surges reported as high as 6.6 feet in Port Lavaca. Millions in the storm's path, residents of Texas, Mississippi, and Louisiana getting hit the hardest. In Corpus Christi, punishing winds pulled down power lines, gusts blew out windows.
Oh my God!
And seemed to toy with giant structures like this iron bar. Among the hardest hit, Rockport. At least one person confirmed dead. The devastation there tremendous. Building after building ripped apart. Throughout the region, emergency teams worked heroically, but the concerns continue.
Corpus Christi is the third largest petrochemical port in the nation, so there is a potential that we could have different types of chemical releases.
Bringing with it a new problem, widespread, relentless torrential rain.
We're not measuring in inches of rain, we're measuring in feet of rain.
Already here in Houston, flooding in residential areas with advice from the governor as the rain is expected to continue for days.
Turn around, don't drown. Don't risk your life.
The Coast Guard says that they have successfully rescued at least 18 people, but the risk of drowning is really of increasing concern, particularly as the bayous and rivers here continue to rise. Reporting from Houston, Lana Zach, ABC News.
All right, now let's head over to Wendy Ross for our first alert weather forecast and an update on Harvey's current coordinates near the Gulf Coast. Wendy?
The biggest problem with Tropical Storm Harvey now is that it is stationary, and that certainly is problematic because it just continues to spin right here to the north of Corpus Christi. You can see the latest coordinates right now, 29.1 north and 97.6 west, and it is just not going anywhere. So for the next couple of days, we're just going to see it sort of spinning around, and eventually it is going to make its way down towards the shoreline. We're continuing to see the bands of rain coming on in. The showers continue to stream on in, affecting all of this area, Corpus Christi, Victoria, up through Austin, and then from Houston over to Lufkin and Lake Charles, we're just going to continue to see all of these bands of rain coming on in from the Gulf of Mexico. It's affecting the coastlines. It's just moving all along towards the east, and that's what we're going to see. And in the meantime, we've got issues of our own with an elongated low pressure area that stretches from the Gulf of Mexico across the state of Florida into the Atlantic, and that of course is bringing us copious amounts of rainfall. We're expecting to see this system travel on towards the northeast, but in the meantime, Adam, it's wet out there and it just continues to fall for us.
Yeah, thank you, Wendy. We can certainly consider ourselves lucky for the time being. We're not experiencing the kind of massive flooding seen generated from Harvey around the other Gulf states, but flooding here is still a possibility even with just the anticipated rainfall. ABC 7's Christopher Brantley shows us how local public works departments are working in overdrive to keep flooding down.
Good evening from Northport. This is the Myakkahatchee Creek. It's how local officials ensure that Northport does not flood during heavy rains like we're experiencing this weekend. As the rain came down on Saturday, the creek's water levels went up.
It's risen probably maybe about a half a foot since yesterday with the rains, so we're keeping a close eye on it.
With this rain expected several days in advance, Northport Public Works officials drained water out of the creek. It's at 18 feet as of late Saturday afternoon. Major street flooding begins at about 21 feet.
We may experience toward the first part of the week some of that street flooding I was referring to earlier, but we are prepared for it.
It wasn't just South County that got it. All up and down the Suncoast, standing water was forcing drivers to be extra cautious. With Harvey battering parts of Texas, it's a reminder we're only halfway through hurricane season.
We are by no means out of the woods just yet. It's still a matter of preparing and watching.
Northport Fire Division Chief and Emergency Manager Richard Berman hopes to remind residents to always stay prepared. It's hard to predict when a meager storm could strengthen.
It's incumbent on all of the residents to make sure that they are prepared for at least 72 hours of food, water, prescription medication, batteries for flashlights.
Northport's Public Works Department is remaining on guard, constantly monitoring the water levels. With rain staying in the forecast over the next several days, keeping the water table here low is critically important for ensuring safe driving within Northport. Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Christopher. And along with that reminder from first responders that you just heard to stay prepared with supplies and a plan this hurricane season, we'd like to remind you that you can find information on shelters, supply kits, and how to prepare your home in our hour-long special Surviving a Hurricane, which is available now across our other platforms, including Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and Roku. ABC 7's First Alert Weather team also has your official First Alert Weather 2017 Hurricane Guide. It is available on our website, mysuncoast.com. Just go to our page and click Weather and then Hurricane Guide. Well, a Bradenton couple is responding to a call to action tonight to help victims of Hurricane Harvey. Carla and Chuck Olson have been volunteers with the American Red Cross for the last couple of years, working on local operations within the community, but they never expected to be asked to travel out of state. That is until last night, when they received an email from the American Red Cross asking them when they would be ready to pack up and head to Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
We didn't know we were on the list for deployment, so we called and checked around, and then sure enough, we were the number 1 and 2 people they wanted to go, so we volunteered and raised our hands and said we'd go.
This is our first big opportunity, so we're a little nervous and pretty excited to be able to help.
The Olsons will be deployed for 2 weeks in Louisiana and then on to wherever they will be needed to help with the American Red Cross feeding operations. Traffic ran smoothly across the Fort Hamer Bridge this morning for the first time, but it wasn't cars. Instead, hundreds of runners were the first to try out that recently finished Fort Hamer Bridge extension towards Parrish, a project crews have been working on for the last 2 years. Once it's complete, it is expected to be a major relief for traffic in the area, as the bridge will connect Lakewood Ranch to Parrish.
Amazing to see this many people out here. We were not expecting this much at all, and I do a lot of road races and off-trail races, and this one is huge, so everybody coming together, it's amazing.
In the area, and we're pretty excited about the bridge opening up to get our kids back and forth to school and ease the traffic.
Now, that bridge was open today to runners, but it won't be open to drivers until September 23rd. And despite a little bit of a rain delay, the 10th annual Great Bay Scallop Search near Ken Thompson Park was a success Saturday. Dozens of kayakers with snorkeling gear in hand had to wait out the rain and lightning for a little while at the Sarasota Sailing Squadron, but once the all clear was given, the search was on to find the small and somewhat difficult to find scallops. The goal, not to eat those scallops, but to count them so scientists can work to reestablish scallop numbers in our Sarasota Bay.
Realize that scallops are important for the ecosystem, that they're really cool animals, that we need more of them, and just public outreach and get people to appreciate the scallops, want to help to save the population, because the population's been declining so much.
And as she mentioned right there, scallops have been largely absent from Sarasota Bay waters since the 1960s due to dredging and land development. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, the backlash continues over a presidential pardoning of an Arizona sheriff and a directive Trump allegedly made to the Pentagon. Plus, social media frustration, Facebook's response to the reports of outages. That's all coming up after the break.
Hi, I'm Jeff Benninghoff, the General Manager here at ABC 7. In my last message to the Suncoast community, I made a commitment to keep DirecTV viewers informed about ongoing negotiations to keep ABC 7 on their system. We continue to work with them, but as of yet, they have not agreed to a fair deal to keep this channel on their lineup after August 31st. It wouldn't be the first time DirecTV left their customers in the dark. In fact, since 2015, DirecTV has dropped local channels from their lineup 14 times, affecting millions of viewers. We regret that DirecTV keeps putting their subscribers in the middle of these negotiations. It should not be your problem. After all, you pay 100% of your bill every single month to DirecTV. Why should you have to worry about losing ABC 7? You can always locate information on this situation at www.ourlocalcommitment.com. suncoast.com/WWSB. We will continue to work to reach an agreement without interruption and continue to keep you, the viewer, informed. And remember, you always have choices. We are free over the air at mysuncoast.com, our free news and weather apps, Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and also available through other local providers. Thank you.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to mesobook.com.
Attention blood thinner users. If your loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. The widely prescribed blood thinners Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to a number of dangerous side effects, including internal bleeding, gastrointestinal bleeding, kidney bleeding, stroke, brain hemorrhaging, and even death. If you or a loved one suffered any of these injuries after taking Xarelto or Pradaxa, call right now. You may be owed significant compensation from the manufacturer. Thousands of blood thinner users may have been exposed to serious risk by these dangerous medications. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered serious internal bleeding, call right now. Call Nightline Legal to speak with an experienced attorney for a free consultation. If we don't win, there is no fee. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-554-3987. Again, that's 1-800-554-3987.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jacuzzi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Watch your Suncoast News at 6 on your streaming device for a chance to win a $50 Visa. It's easy. Just watch weekdays at 6 for the word of the week. Then enter the word at mysuncoast.com for your shot at a $50 Visa. We'll pick the winner each week. Good luck.
Shorter. As state and federal agencies work to deal with the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey, now Tropical Storm Harvey, the White House and President Trump are also dealing with fallout from a series of actions that came from President Trump late last night. ABC's Mary Bruce is in Washington with those announcements.
As President Trump keeps a close eye on Hurricane Harvey, he's also weathering a political storm. A number of major announcements quietly coming out of the West Wing. National security aide and former Breitbart editor Sebastian Gorka forced out. The White House saying he no longer works for the administration. Late Friday afternoon, the president signed a directive banning transgender individuals from joining the military. Then, hours later, with little fanfare, Trump pardoned controversial former Arizona Sheriff Joe Arpaio.
Donald Trump decided to pardon a criminal.
The backlash was swift and fierce, protesters speaking out in his home state.
The white supremacy that both Sheriff Arpaio and now Donald Trump are showing will not be pardoned. We will not forget.
Arpaio was voted out of office last year. He was convicted of criminal contempt for defying a court order to stop using racial profiling to detain Latinos.
I'm angry. What Trump did today was pardon racism, white supremacy, and okayed the terror that Arpaio caused.
The 85-year-old former sheriff was only facing 6 months behind bars and had yet to be sentenced. The White House called Arpaio a worthy candidate for a presidential pardon. Criticism is coming in from both sides of the aisle. In a statement, Arizona Senator John McCain says no one is above the law, adding that Arpaio has shown no remorse. In an interview with ABC News Radio, Arpaio thanked the president.
I've always said pardon or no pardon, I will stick with him as long as he's the president.
Arpaio calls his conviction a political witch hunt and says he will have more to say next week. Mary Bruce, ABC News, Washington.
And if you notice some problems posting about maybe the White House and your thoughts or sharing a meme this morning, don't worry, it's not you, it's social media. Two major platforms were just being a little bit anti-social, Facebook and Instagram, both going offline for some users around 9 o'clock this morning. Facebook blaming an unspecified technical issue and says it was working to fix it, but it is still currently unclear just what caused that problem. Be still my heart. I'm surprised we didn't have cars going into light poles and a whole bunch of other things going wrong.
I have to say, it's just hard to believe that we had an eclipse earlier this week, and yet that seems so far in the distance. And now we're dealing with Harvey and with our own tropical mess out there. And then, of course, we've got all sorts of things going on.
Probably was the eclipse, you know?
Yeah, maybe that was true. Yeah,
I'll put that conspiracy out there now. Why not?
I like that idea. I like that idea. Well, I just want to show you we've got some rain showers around, and we are looking at dark skies for a large part of our viewing area right now. Not everybody's getting the rain, but we have been seeing some rain showers coming on in. We're going to start with Harvey. This just is a massive system, as you can see, and it has now been downgraded to tropical storm Harvey, and that is certainly very good news. Our radar is showing the bands of rain still coming on in from the Gulf of Mexico and affecting now portions of Louisiana as well. Tropical storm watches are in effect from the Houston area all the way over to Lake Charles, and you can see it affects all of the coastline in the state of Texas. And now these rain showers are going to continue to bring copious amounts of rainfall, and we are talking feet of rainfall, not inches anymore, not with Tropical Storm Harvey. 65-mile-per-hour winds. The biggest problem with this system, it's not going anywhere, and that is going to be problematic because of all of the rain it's going to continue to bring on in over the next couple of days. It appears as though by Monday it will start to move on down towards the coastline, but then there are models showing it moving right back up, back into Texas, so it's a wait-and-see situation for them. And in the meantime, all across the Gulf of Mexico, we've got our own problems right here. We do have an area of disturbed weather. It's an elongated low that stretches from the Gulf of Mexico across the state of Florida and on into the Atlantic. And so we're watching this system as it continues to bring bands of rain for us. That's what we've been experiencing. So not rain all day, but these bands of rain that have been coming on in mostly from the Gulf of Mexico, and everything is moving in a counterclockwise circulation. And so it's all moving around the center of this low pressure, which is over the state of Florida right now. We've been getting showers and thunderstorms, bands coming in throughout the evening hours, and we're starting to see this one band becoming a little bit more prolific now across parts of Manatee, Sarasota counties, and it's all moving towards the southeast rather slowly, but it is bringing in plenty of rainfall for our area. We're getting lightning strikes as well, and so just be aware of that if you're heading out the door. Look at the amount of rainfall we have seen over the past 24-hour period. We've been getting rainfall amounts of 3 to 5 inches of rain across Manatee, Sarasota counties. Charlotte County is under a flood watch right now, where they've had as much as 6 to 7 inches recorded in the past 24-hour period. Today, we only got up to a high of 85 degrees because of all the clouds around, and right now it's 82 degrees and raining at the airport. High humidity, the winds are strong, coming in out of the west-southwest at around 16 miles per hour. If you're heading off to the beach tomorrow, the winds will be out of the southwest at 15 knots, seas 2 to 4 feet. Thunderstorms are likely, so it's not going to be a great beach day, but you might catch it in between the rain showers. 70% chance of rain for tonight with an overnight low of 77, and then thunderstorms are likely for tomorrow as well. And so what we're looking at for the next couple of days is a 70% chance of rain tomorrow. We lower those chances on Monday and Tuesday. Adam?
Now, sports.
The much anticipated bout between a boxing legend and UFC fighter is going down in just a few hours. ABC's TJ Holmes shows us why the hype and payoff couldn't be higher.
50 million people are expected to watch this weekend's highly anticipated, much hyped sports spectacle. In one corner, the outspoken Irish star of the UFC, Conor McGregor.
I mean, not only am I going to beat him, I'm going to beat him under the specific rule sets that that favor him.
A mixed martial artist heralded for his ability to wrestle and throw elbows. In the other corner, a guy who's only thrown punches his career, Floyd Mayweather, at 49-0 and considered the greatest boxer of his generation.
You can get it right now. You can get it right now.
The fight could bring in as much as $700 million, but many in the medical community question whether the fight should even be taking place. Though McGregor is a mixed martial arts star, this will be his very first professional boxing match. And this morning, more than 100 ringside doctors are expressing surprise the fight was even sanctioned in the first place, citing fears someone could get seriously hurt by putting a boxing novice in the ring against an all-time great boxer. This past June, MMA fighter Tim Hague, another mixed martial arts star, died shortly after he sustained injuries in a boxing match. It was only his fourth. But in the end, money talks, and a fight between Mayweather and McGregor, the two biggest stars in combat sports, will undoubtedly be one of the biggest cash cows in sports history.
And back here on the Suncoast, heavy storms put a damper on the start of our high school football season. Multiple games canceled or postponed Friday night. Southeast and Palmetto were supposed to make their game up this afternoon, but Mother Nature still wouldn't cooperate. Administration is now looking for a rescheduled date down the road. Southeast does have a bye week in September, but Palmetto does not. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
So, how many of us feel completely confident about our financial future? Let's hear some specifics. Yes, go ahead.
I don't want to be a burden to my kids. When my husband died, it took almost all of our savings to give him a proper funeral. I honestly don't know if there's enough to bury me, let alone cover expenses should something happen.
Okay. Let's talk solutions. One thing you may want to get in place is a guaranteed whole life insurance policy from United of Omaha Life Insurance Company, which is a Mutual of Omaha company. This is affordable coverage, which provides a cash payment which can cover funeral expenses, bills, and other financial needs. Most payments are on their way within 24 hours. Yes, sir.
I need medical exams, things like that.
No medical exams. If you're between the ages of 45 and 85, you can call this number or you can go online and apply for coverage up to $25,000. United of Omaha Guaranteed Whole Life Insurance. Call or go online now.
Jacuzzi is proud to present our first ever safe bathing event. The Jacuzzi walk-in tub allows you or a loved one to take a safe and relaxing bath. Never climb in and out of a regular bathtub again. Our walk-in tub offers a low step-in threshold, fast drain technology, soothing hydrotherapy, and even a shower handle. Regain bathing independence with a Jacuzzi walk-in tub and enjoy spending more time with loved ones. Why wait any longer? During our safe bathing event, save $750 on a new walk-in tub. Receive $250 in safety upgrades and a $100 Visa gift card. But if you call right now during this program, we'll double the savings to $1,500, double the safety upgrades to $500, and double it to a $200 Visa gift card with your walk-in tub purchase. Going back to where it all began in 1956, Jacuzzi Incorporated was founded and the whirlpool bathing category was born. Jacuzzi's patented Hydra massage jets provide an unmatched bathing experience. Jacuzzi is proud to present our first ever safe bathing event. Never climb in and out of a regular bathtub again. Our walk-in tub offers a low step-in threshold, fast drain technology, soothing hydrotherapy, and even a shower handle. During our safe bathing event, save $750 on a new walk-in tub. Receive $250 in safety upgrades and a $100 Visa gift card. But if you call right now during this program, we'll double the savings to $1,500, double the safety upgrades to $500, and double it to a $200 Visa gift card with your walk-in tub purchase. A safe and relaxing bath is only a phone call away. Call right now to save double on a new walk-in tub. Call now.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
Well, today is going to the dogs, literally, because according to the internet, and who are we to question it, it's National Dog Day. And in honor of our own best friends, we wanted to show the weekend staff's best friends. That was Pi, our producer Christina Heflin's dog. This is Cooper, our audio engineer's dog. That's Gunner, my new roommate at home. And of course, Winston and Wendy, last but not least, right there in the picture. And oh, there's Pi once again, beautiful. And of course, we'd love to see pictures of your own dogs too. Just visit us on Facebook and leave a photo of your dogs. We have plenty already. I think it was already over 40 before the show even started. So get on there. Shared, 100 is what the number is at.
Oh my gosh,
and I'm not
that's
surprised
wonderful.
one bit. Yeah, we love our dogs here on the Suncoast.
My goodness, we love
pets,
our dogs.
All right, I don't want to rule out cats.
No,
Free cat people out there.
Goldfish, all of it. And you know, I have to say too, when you have a black dog, do you know how hard it is to get a good picture of a black-faced dog? It's the hardest thing in the world.
But
you have to have
adorable.
great light.
If you couldn't tell by that, just you got to take our word for it.
Yeah,
for sure.
no.
And you're gonna have to keep your dog.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.